Hi everyone, thanks for joining us today. My name is Regan Ennis.
And I'm Theodora Stevens.
And today we're talking about the top 3 exercises you wish you would have known sooner. And I certainly am excited for this because y'all know I need to exercise, do my finger glides, and today we're going to talk about these. So, exciting things coming. We do have a Trivia Tuesday question for you, and it is, when did the physical therapy profession originate? So, use your best guess. If you're feeling fancy, you can Google it. I am going to let Theo introduce herself and give us a little bit of background on her before we get started. So, Theo, go ahead.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you. So I'm a Wichita State grad from the physical therapy department. Back in 2013, I've been practicing since then at our West Wichita location. I'm the assistant manager here as well. Heavy on orthopedics and just general outpatient PT here. We really like dry needling, and I'm planning to get dry needling certified for level 2 in hopefully a couple months. What else about me? Yeah, that's it.
Why did you decide to get started with physical therapy?
Well, I did ballet for, I want to say 13 or 14 years. It's hard to remember now. And I was going to be a dance major and realized I wasn't good enough. What could I do with this? And then I heard about physical therapy and movement, and it just fit well with my background in dance and, you know, how to help people through movement.
That's awesome. That's great. Looks like we have a few viewers, one of which is my mother. Hi, Mom. So as we mentioned, today we are going to talk about the top 3 stretches you wish you would have known sooner. And our Trivia Tuesday question is, when did the physical therapy profession originate? So if you've got an answer for us, drop it in the comments below. If you're watching the replay, you've got, oh, hi, Mom. You've got 24 hours to answer, and we will go ahead and get started. So, Theo?
Okay, awesome. So it comes down to things we wish we would have known earlier in life about our posture, our spine, because we live in a world where we have gravity, and so our everyday activities are pulling us forward and down. So what we've done is I've got 2 stretches, one's static, one's dynamic, and then we've got one strengthening item to help with just general spine mobility.
Yeah.
So we'll start with an open book stretch. This is my favorite. So if you're a student, if you have a desk job, if your life is in front of you, like even for me, we're working on people in front. So this is a great thing to do before we get out of bed or even before we go to sleep. So
maybe even do it both times.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's
get started.
Do it twice. So I think just the way we're at, we're going to put the head over here.
I'm going to move our microphone so you guys can hear us. All right. Head down here.
Head
here.
there.
Okay.
Yep. So you're going to lay on your side, and then you're going to have both of your arms out like an alligator, and you're going to rest your head down. So you want to think about your nose and your eyes following where your top arm goes. So as her hand opens up, it's going to go all the way back. Her head's going to follow her hand. That way we can get her neck. And then we come down. This is a dynamic, so we're opening and closing with this. We can hold at the end. You can pulse it at the end. You can breathe into it. It's sort of endless.
Kind of feels like a yoga stretch almost.
Yeah.
It is. It's very relaxing.
So I tell my patients to do a set of 10, and then your knees can be bent or straight, whatever you feel comfortable with.
Should you, after your 10, switch sides and do the other side?
You would go ahead and do right and left to make sure you're even.
Very cool.
With it.
So this one is opening up where?
We're opening up the front of your chest, but we're also mobilizing your thoracic spine. Your head's moving your neck, and then at the very end we'll get lumbar spine. So a little of everything.
And this is one that you can do while you're in bed, right before you go to bed, right when you wake up.
This feels good for all ages. All ages. So.
Definitely. Okay.
Okay. The next one, this is a static stretch. This is for hip flexors. When we're sitting, our hip flexors are shortened. So right now, my thigh is closer to my body compared to here. So when we're sitting, that muscle's shortened, and that referral pain pattern can come toward your back. It's sort of sneaky because people think, well, it's in the front. It should be hurting here, but it can actually make your back feel tight.
Right.
So with this one, if you're young, you can get on the floor, you can kneel, a hip flexor stretch. But for most people, we're going to be sitting on our couch, You're laying in bed, so this is an easy one to do. So what I'll have you do is lay back down.
Lay back down.
Yep.
Okay.
And then you're going to come toward the edge of the table or bed or couch that you're on.
Okay.
And then you're going to hold underneath your left leg with both hands. And then you're going to drop your leg off the edge of the table. So her knee is bent right now. And then to intensify it, you're going to just bend the knee farther back. And you should feel this stretching. The reason why we have her leg up here is to protect her back. I don't know if you can see it, but if she drops her leg down, her back arches off the table.
Definitely,
So if you have back pain, that's just going to irritate. So we just want to keep your pelvis, all of that, neutral. And again, this one you would hold 20 to 30 seconds. I would do 2 to 3 times, both sides.
Yeah, that feels really good. I mean, you'd probably not want to make sure you're on a stable enough surface that you're not going to
roll over.
But that one felt really good. So you said that's good for people who sit at a desk, maybe teachers. That would be a good one for teachers. Just about anyone, really.
Anyone, because we're always going to be tight in front, and the way anatomically we're made, a lot of people like to kick back here, so that's just going to stretch in the front there.
Perfect. Yeah.
Okay, our last one, which has been shown to help with people who have scoliosis, curves, and also it helps with our glute meats, making sure we're walking straight and not having a sassy hip, is a side plank. So I'll have you get on your side.
Okay.
There's so many more benefits. I'm just listing off a couple. You can have your legs straight depending on what level you're at, or you can have your knees bent, or you can come up onto your elbow or a straight arm.
Straight arm.
Yeah.
Which one's better? Is there a wrong or a right?
There's not. Whatever feels more comfortable.
Perfect.
So we'll just go ahead and do her elbow, and then I'll have her, let's bend your knees. We'll take it down to level 1. So we want her knees to be in line with her hips there. And then she's going to lift up here.
Really testing my core strength. I've got a flowy shirt on.
So you want to make sure your hips don't dip. You want to keep it pretty level. And I tell people to start out with 10 to 15 seconds and then gradually increase so you can hold longer. And you would want to do both sides. And then the next progression would be a straight leg. And then up.
Really testing. Don't laugh at my shakiness. Oh gosh, I need to work out.
So those are the 3 that I wish I would have known. And for most people, earlier in life, especially while I was in schools, like the open books, that would have felt great with hours and hours of studying.
For sure. What is the importance of stretching? I mean, in any realm.
I get asked that every day. So you're constantly moving, so your muscles are contracting. So you want to even it out just to elongate. When we stretch, we sort of shut off the, we've got receptors and all this good stuff in our muscles, but it calms them down. So we want to have a good balance between work and then relax with the stretch. Hopefully that makes sense.
Yeah, absolutely. And if someone is maybe trying these exercises at home and maybe they feel a little bit of pain, they should definitely stop. And
Don't
maybe contact your doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then they can always refer you over to CS. So
yeah, that's the number one thing. If anything ever hurts, listen to your body and just don't do it. Like some of these exercises seem simple, but they could cause pain. So there's always a way to modify. There's always a way to do something different.
Right. And if you have questions, be sure to drop them in the comments below. And Theo, you've got Facebook. You can always message back or anything like that. We're always here to help. I think that stretching is definitely very important, and those are 3 stretches that I think I could definitely utilize in my everyday.
One strengthening.
Yes. But yeah. So, do you have anything else to add?
I do have one thing, and people always come in and they're told that they have arthritis in their back, degeneration or degenerative disc disease. And then I do start them on those open books, but I want people to know that it's not the end. We all get that. Your spine is aging, and it starts in your 20s. If you were to take x-rays of people in their mid-20s, you're going to already see changes. You just might not have pain until 60 years later, and it didn't just all of a sudden happen. It's your lifestyle, what you did that led you up to that point. So don't look at it as the world is ending. You just got to keep moving and come see us.
Yes, definitely.
But it's okay.
It's okay.
It's okay. And that's why we're doing these stretches early.
And if you are having some sort of pain, maybe you haven't even tried doing the stretches yet, talk to your physician, talk to us, call us, visit our website, get more information, because we definitely can help. And our motto is we treat that because we really can treat just about anything. So yeah, well, thank you all for joining us. Short and sweet. If you have any questions, like I said, be sure to drop it in the comments below, and we will see you next week.
Okay.
Awesome. Thanks. Bye-bye.
Thank you.